Good afternoon and welcome to the Forest Glade Arena, the site of the 2017 OBHF Ball Hockey Championships. We got our first championship game here. It's the Toronto Hardest Puck team taking on the Windsor Misfits. My name is Dominic Pop, along with the voice of WeTV Sports, Bill Kelso. The D Division final championship game pits, as we just mentioned, the Windsor Misfits against the Hardest Puck team based out of the Toronto area. Bill, expecting another close game here, much like we just saw earlier on in the semifinal game.
Both teams have not lost a game in regulation as far as the tournament. The Windsor team was 3-0 with plus a tie, and the Toronto team was 4-0. So should be an interesting one as we're underway.
I'll make my point in a minute. Go ahead, Bill.
Now brought up across the line. The Toronto team is in team yellow. The Windsor team is in team green. 3 rows up at center for 14, that is Mark LeBlanc. Now up across the line for Lulick. Isidore Lulick, a centering pass in front goes wide, and on the far side, hustling after it, is Nathan Burgess. Centering pass in front of the slot, a block there by the goaltender. That is Mike Chorney. Players down on the floor. Now it's 3-on-2 the other way. 91 hustling inside the zone to the goal. It's up in the air and one off of Pollock. Everybody went flying. That was Wes Major on the play. A lot of action here early.
Oh my, this game has come out with some power.
Here are the Misfits across the line. In the slot, the shot to the goal. That was kicked out by the goaltender. And we get a whistle on the play, and there's no further action. A lot of action in the first minute.
Wow,
10.
Great action to start this one. High intensity, and both teams putting it right out there, leaving it on the floor as we take a look at this last effort here by the Windsor squad. Again, going right to the net with it. Look at the screen right out in front, and I believe that's Nucio out front for the Windsor team, number 22. And, he had a pretty good scoring chance for himself. One thing that's going to be interesting as this game goes on, Bill, the Toronto team only has four extra players on the bench, runners, I should say. They got an extra goalie, whereas the Windsor team has 2.5, 3, maybe
basically
3
a full
lines.
bench. Yeah.
So as this game goes on, we'll have to see if fatigue becomes a factor.
See if they can wear this team down.
Yeah, exactly.
Misfits, De La Rose. Now up across the line, racing after it is 23. That's Butler. Couldn't get it.
5 minutes, Bill. At these guys right away to, as you say, wear them down, tire them out, and take over later.
Make it a battle of attrition. Inside the zone, Hardest Puck will blast it out of play and off a stanchion, but it's 13-1 to play in this opening period with a face-off in deep.
The Misfits 3-0-1 during the round robin. That's the only blemish there, but other than that,
they've had a real great tournament. They control the draw, comes back towards the line. Now we get a whistle on the play. What's going on here? Hand pass has been signaled. Face off of coming to neutral floor. It was a hand pass. A little bit of confusion. Now they're going to bring it inside. Okay.
Looks like it is coming inside here.
Tells me there was a mistake made. Not been called. Face off inside the zone. Gignac will take the draw for the Misfits. They control the draw. They still have possession. Goes back towards the point. Here's Drake with a shot. It was blocked. It's inside the zone. Butler couldn't get anywhere. Now it's a 2-on-1 break developing for the Toronto team having crossed the goal. There's a shot. Oh, great save. The rebound. Pollock didn't have to make a save on the rebound, but boy, they were close.
Boy, he had to make a save on the first one, though, Bill.
Played up here on the wing. Comes back to the point. A long shot deflects wide of the goal, and it goes to the far side. Shot to the goal. Pollock to save. It's up in the air, and he's going to hold on to it. We get some shoving. 88 along with Mike Drake. 88 for the Hardest Puck team. He's one player that we don't have identified, unfortunately. He may have changed his number with somebody.
Getting lineups here is at a premium.
That might have been for Linsky. Face off inside the zone. The Windsor team controls. There's a long lead pass through center. And they're going to be called for flooring. Good hustle, though, displayed by LeBlanc, but he couldn't get to it.
Well, he had some speed, I'll tell you, but this is tough. Obviously, you know, with the ball much faster than the legs go, but it's a designed play, Bill. Win the face-off, the one guy just takes off. He just goes, gets in behind the opposing team's defense, and hopefully catches up with that loose ball. That's the whole play right there.
Face off inside the zone. 16 is Mancini for Windsor. I'll do the face off all over again. Mancini leaning in. Wins the draw. It comes here to the near corner. They back it up on the defense. Again, it's lofted through center. It's going to bound wide of the goal, and flooring again being called against Team Windsor.
Well, you got to get the guys moving if you're going to do that every time.
That's a look at Russell Lucier.
Yep.
Where's number 9? Just started here in this one, in the D final. We have a little more than 3 minutes in. First period. Off the draw, Lucier has it. Lucier for Windsor. Misfits play it to center, but it's cut off there by Petichny. Petichny from center. Tried to bang it in. It was off of Burgess. Burgess up across the line. Looking for Kowalik. There's a shot to the goal that was blocked. And it's played back. 16, that was Gignac who got it to center. On the far side, now back to the defense, and here's Lucier. Lucier now across the line with some speed as LeBlanc. LeBlanc in the corner it goes to Williams. Tommy Williams. Lucier across for De La Rose, or I should say DeRose. Off a glove, DeRose knocks it down. We get a whistle on the play. 10:57 left here in this first period. A little scrambling. Face off outside the zone. Play was offside. Lucille couldn't get it. It's up against the boards. Now brought up across the line. In the corner. Misfits still control it. Far corner it goes, now on the far side. Trying to play it back to the point, kept inside the zone. Misfits towards the goal, it just sails wide. Here's Nessio overruns the ball. Far side goes, kept inside the zone by 23. That was Butler. Butler up against the wall. They still fight for it. Come close in front. Ooh, a pretty bad hit from behind or the side. There's going to be a penalty on the play.
Wow, that was very aggressive, that's for sure. I don't think there was much arguing that one.
That's the first penalty we've seen here this afternoon.
Yeah, the
it was
first
a penalty-free game in game one. So a penalty on the play, and the Misfits will be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes.
Well, this is a break for the hardest puck team, obviously, Bill. And again, every chance that they get where they don't have to do the extra and save some, energy playing on the power play, they can slow things down and work at their pace here.
Well, 20 seconds have gone by in the Windsor penalties. It's cleared down the floor, and the Wiebe will regroup. Now brought across the line. That was Major, couldn't get anywhere. It's at the center area. Wiebe under pressure, plays it up here on the wing. This is Burgess. Up across the line, given a shove by Russell. Backhanded out to mid-floor. Shot wide of the goal of Pollock. In the corner it goes. This is a shot towards the goal off the stick of 82. That was Burgess. From the line, here's a long shot through a screen, blocked nicely at the defense, and it's sent out and down the floor with under a minute left in the penalty. In fact, 48 seconds, changes coming for both teams. Brought up across the line for Major to the goal. A shot, the save by Pollock, and a good one. And it's sent back to the center floor area. Now it's inside the zone. Time and space. DeRose sends it down the floor with just 30 seconds left in the penalty. Pass in front, they score! Oh, what a gorgeous goal there by 14. That's LeBlanc. Short-handed on a great feed off a clear by DeRose, and it's 1-0 for the Misfits.
Well, the ball was shot down the floor. Obviously, as we see here, the Misfits team, they're killing a penalty, but the hardest puck team, they just stopped. They stopped playing. They thought it was going to be a flooring play. They forgot that the Misfits were on a penalty kill, that they could throw the ball down all the way. And credit to the Misfits guys, they just kept going. And they played it off the boards, and I believe it was LeBlanc, number 14, putting it in the back of the net.
Gets the goal, but the helper coming from Butler and DeRose, and it's 1-0 short-handed.
That's huge, Bill.
And it's huge. A 1-0 game. Back after it is Mancini. Got rid of it. Here's Major. Major at center, going rink wide. Now outside the zone, but they bring it in. At the line, Major with a blast through a screen. It hits a leg in front. 4 seconds left in the penalty, and that's going to do it. The penalty has elapsed. Out of the box escapes number 61, Eric Winter, and we're back underway. Here's across the line for Mancini. Mancini with a pass intended for Copeland, failed to collect. Played up against the boards. They fight for it on the wall. That's Kwolek. Now it's cleared out of play. It's going to be flooring with 7:46 to play here in this opening period. 1-0 for the Windsor Misfits on the shorthanded marker by LeBlanc. Faceoff will be in deep to the right of goaltender Mike Chorney. Mark Nussio will take the draw for the Misfits. On the defense, kept inside the zone. That's Winter, blocked. And away was Habla. Habla at center, checked on the play. Winter brings it across the line in a crowd. Here comes the blast at the flex off a leg out of play. Now that went off the stick of 22, Mark Nussio, with 7:29 left here in this opening period.
Yeah, Nussio trying to get a quick shot at the net, but here again you see Windsor. And again, I like it. They're putting a lot of pressure on the hardest puck team. Again, make these guys run. Run them out this first period, and let's see if it wears them down. Again, they've only got 4 runners on the bench, and I really believe as this game goes on, that's going to become a huge factor.
Especially if you take a lead.
Well, if you take a lead, now they've got to not only play catch-up hockey, though, they've got to run that much harder. So this is early on, even though we're still early, only midway in the first period here, basically. Huge getting that first goal for the Misfit squad.
Pretty critical. It goes out of play off the stick of 9. That was Russell Lucier.
I mean, if hard as puck is to score that first goal, Bill, not that they go into a complete shell, but they could have slowed things down. They didn't have to do anything urgent. You know, almost go back into a zone type thing where they're not wasting energy. Now, again, like I said, they have to play catch-up hockey here. That's a big factor, that first goal.
Now through center is Burgess, 82. Up across the line for Habla. Stopped on the play. Burgess gets it back, shoots towards the goal in front. It was blocked to the defense nicely. Good play by Nussio, and on the move is number 9. That's Lucier. Lucier one-on-one across the line. Drop pass. Failed to click. But getting it back was 23. That was Butler. Played through center. Across the line for Winter. Nussio in the near corner. Bumps there with Cesarillo. Nussio trying to get it back. It comes out to neutral floor. And on the move and with some speed up across the line is 91. That's Major with a shot. It was blocked, knocked down by DeRose. Carlo DeRose. Outlet feed for 16 Mancini. Now running towards center, up across the line, drops it back. Back to Mancini. Mancini is centering, pass in front. It's in the slot. Here's a shot to the goal. It just went wide. A wrap around a tip. They crash the goal. Goalie goes down on the play. Chorney, we get a whistle. Net has been knocked off stride with 6:10 left here in this opening period.
Again, the Misfits really taking it to the Toronto team. Now here's a look at the hardest puck bench. One guy comes off, one goes on, but the other guy's got to stay on. And this is because, again, they're trying to conserve as much as they can. That's it. They have 3-4 extra runners compared to a full bench for the Windsor Misfits.
Big difference.
A huge difference, especially in this warm arena built like that.
Off the draw, kept in at the line. Here's the blast by 75. That was Scott Derbyshire and went deflecting wide. Now Lulich. Lulich back to the goal, centering pass for Lulich. Just failed to click, and out comes 82. That is Burgess. Burgess with speed up across the line. Has possession. Nice pass, shot to the goal. What a save there. He snaps out the glove hand in rapier-like fashion. Was Pollock off the stick of 88.
I knew we were going to get that rapier-like fashion sooner or later, but appropriately for that one, that's for sure. A nice glove save by the goaltender, Pollock, keeping this game at 1-0. No, you're thinking of the other Pollock, I believe. Ryan Pollock, yeah. Okay. This is Jeff Pollock, and he's a former player.
Yeah, he did.
And if I remember correctly, he was a forward, so if I'm talking about the correct Jeff Pollock here.
On the boards, backhanded to center. Slapped in by Woodison, stopped by Pollock with 5:34 left in this opening period, and the Windsor Misfits lead at 1-0 over the Toronto Hard as Puck team. Oh, you gotta be careful when I say this, I tell you. I'll get myself in trouble here.
Just be careful with it, Mr. Kelso.
I am. No pressure. Off the boards, it comes to center. Woodison with a long shot wide. Here against the near boards. Played inside the zone, but cut off nicely by 15. That's Drake. Inside the zone it goes. On the defense is Petichny. Long shot from center, blocked by goaltender Chorney. On the loose ball, to the line it comes. Pipped inside the zone by Ranny. Near side, off the wall is 11. That's Williams, who couldn't get it. Now it comes up the center. Long lead pass on the move is 82. But he couldn't get there. Burgess whistle on the play with 4:39 left to play here in this first
Going
period.
back to this hardest puck team, Bill, they played at 2 o'clock this afternoon. They had a 2 o'clock semifinal game. So here we are at just after 5 o'clock shortly. So they've had a
couple-hour break.
Well, they had about
Almost.
2-hour break maybe. But again, with a short bench like that, boy, you're really pushing yourself hard, I'll tell you.
And then makes you wonder if they get through this game, what they have left for the next one.
For the next,
like this is the final, so they're
this
done
is the
anyway.
final, but there's no other games.
Yeah, so
I know you want to do more, but
yeah,
you know.
moving right along.
Yes.
I know we have another game to do, but those two teams have been decided in the other final.
Yeah, we'll put that up in a moment.
We'll tee that up.
Let our viewers
forward.
know in a second who our next game is.
4:34 to go here in this first period. 1-0 for the Misfits. On the defense is DeRose. Bangs it off the boards. Rink wide feed and a good one for Copeland. In the corner it goes for Winters. Trying to spin in front. He did for Copeland, just failed to click. Goes back to center for DeRose. Good play to Winter. Winter across the line for back to Winter, and he didn't get much on it. It was a nice setup there by Copeland and Winter and DeRose. A pass in front, deflecting down, and played in front. At the circle, there's a shot towards the goal. It's blocked, it's lofted out to center. Kept inside. Here's DeRose with a long shot. It deflects out of play with 3:51 left in this opening session. 1-0 for the Misfits.
Speaking of that, our next game shortly after this one, the B final. Again, another Windsor team, as we just saw. We watched the semifinal. Rosati winning in a shootout. They'll take on the Brampton Hollywood Express, which features an OHL player on their squad, Bill.
Yeah, Erie Otter defenseman Mitchell Burney.
Yep. Great way to stay in shape in the off season, that's for sure.
With their camp opening up in a week or so, most teams are opening up in the OHL on the 28th, 29th. Spitfires are to report on the 27th, the team here in Windsor, but they on the ice on the 28th. Most OHL teams are in that time frame.
I did run into Anthony Iaquinta after their game down below in the lobby area, and I congratulate him. He is the new bench boss of the Lakeshore Canadians, and
we knew they were looking for a new coach too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Justin Soltz resigned in the off season. Rumor is that he'll end up back with Kevin Hamlin at the university, perhaps. John Nelson has moved into the LaSalle Viper slot.
Mm-hmm. A lot of changes in
his
the junior
second
hockey
stint
area
there.
here. Letowski for the Spitfires.
Well, yeah.
Up at the big, as you go down the rung, A, B, and C.
There's been some changes, more than usual in the offseason, that's for sure. You wait until the season, fire the guy.
That's true.
But
back underway, Mancini took the draw for the Windsor club at center ice. DeRose, it's going to be offside. Whistle on the play, brought it in too early. Didn't wait for Butler to come onside. 3:43 to play here in the period.
Saying that was offside?
It was offside. Ball is rolled down the field. It's going to go to Pollock. He'll play it behind the goal. Up on the wing it goes for Lucier. Lucier on the Windsor defense off Mancini at center. Open wing. Chopped in by Trzynski. Played by Pollock. Over to Lucier. Long lead pass through center. Knocked down there by Chijirilo. Here's DeRose. Slowing things down with 3:10 to play in the period for Lucier. Lucier returns to DeRose. On the wing it goes to 23. That's Butler. Butler brings his team to center and over. Runs on the far side with some speed. Trying to get away from or around Zirilo. Couldn't get anywhere in the slot. There's a shot towards the goal. A rebound in front of back. Oh, and a great stop there. Goaltender Chorney off the stick of 16 Mancini. A pretty dangerous line there for the Misfits.
Well, they've been the most dangerous line. In fact, they have the goal. LeBlanc has the goal, number 14. But this line has always, they're the runners, obviously, on this team. And they use their speed. And it's causing fits right now for the opposition. But that line right now up to this point has been very effective, that's for sure.
Off the draw, it comes back to the line. Here comes the shot, blocked. And the Toronto team will bring it to mid-floor. Across the line, 82. That is Burgess. Drops it back to center. Long shot wide of Pollock off the stick of Major. There's a shot deflecting in front. It bounds in front. Going to be a penalty on the play. A holding call coming to Team Windsor.
No question about it, Bill. He was holding the opponent.
Well, the last time the Windsor team was killing a play, they scored a goal.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's referee Joe Cisco right there in front of you. He made the call. He was in perfect position to make that call.
So a holding penalty assessed.
And now this is where, even again, we're late in the first period now, Bill, but these power plays are just huge for this hardest puck team. They have to make them pay dividends here because, again, I keep talking about it, but the short lineup on the short player lineup is going to become a factor in this game. Two players in the box, so the 5-on-3.
Oh, I didn't see that. It's a 5-on-3. Derbyshire got one play. Don't know who got the other.
Williams, I believe that is.
Which one?
Williams.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Derbyshire and Williams, and it's a two-man advantage. This is critical. With 2 minutes to play in the period, a little more than 2 minutes, 2:20 in fact, but a full two-man advantage for 2 minutes. At the line. Loose puck, or ball rather, and is flipped out and down the floor by 22 Nuzio on a good play, but it's 5-on-3. Woodison slapped in by Petichny. Played by Nussio. Nussio bangs it off the wall. It's going to Be knocked down. Petitioning with a shot. Sheared away by Pollock. Played on the far side. That's 15. That was Drake. Look, there's a steal shot to the goal. Nice save there off the stick of 94, Habla, Marco Habla. But Pollock equal to the task. Potechny lets it go, and it deflects up into the netting. I thought it was out of play. There's another shot towards the goal block. Must have hit the boards. I thought it was out of play. Centering pass in front. Going after it is 13. That is Dean Smith. And it's sent out and down the floor. Good kill with 52 seconds left in the two-man advantage for the hardest puck team. Across the line, this is 94, Habla. Going rink wide, long shot by Woodison. Nice stop, good defensive play, and it skips over the stick. Potentially down the ice, Lucier with the clear. 30 seconds left in the penalties. Long lead pass on a dive, nice deflection there off of LeBlanc. It goes to Lucier, and he'll bang it off the boards to center. Far side it goes. Woodison slams it in. Deflected by Pollock to the corner. Woodison working on DeRose. DeRose couldn't get it from him. Now leans on him. On the far side, Forrest Kowalik at the line. Now coming over here to Petichny. Petichny with a shot. He sails it wide. 2 seconds left in the two-man advantage. Now the penalties have expired. At the line, there's the blast. What a stop there by Pollock. He got a piece with no further play. He's going to hold on. 16 seconds left in the period.
Wow, what a huge kill by the Misfits. That is huge. Those special teams, power play and penalty kill brought to you by LaUna 625.
That's been huge so far for Windsor. They get a shorthanded goal and they kill a two-man advantage. That is game-changing. It's difference in the game right here.
It is the difference right now. You're right.
And with 15 seconds or less to play here in the period, there's a shot to the line blocked by Pollock. He's been, I think, the slightly busier goaltender, but he's been up to the task. Played it to the open wing. 6 seconds left. Now across the line. Lulick just lets it go. And the buzzer goes, and the first period is over. And the Windsor Misfits will take a 1-0 lead at the end of one.
Well, a good period for the Misfits, obviously, Bill. You come away with a 1-0 lead. You're 15 minutes away from a provincial title. For the hardest puck team, you can look at their body language on the bench right now. They are exhausted. This is going to be a tough 15-minute period for them. And again, I think for the Misfits, they look well rested. And I think they just got to come out and throw everything at these guys. They have the edge here, no question about it. We're going to take a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll check in with Brittany Webster as she'll have a in-between period report. This is the OBHF Ball Hockey Championships on we-tv.ca.
So what do we do now?
I know who can help. Look, there he is.
It's all in a day's work. Come and see me, Leo.
You guys know where I can find a goalie?
I'm here with Tony Westfall from the Windsor Misfits at the championship game. How does it feel to have made it this far?
Well, it's the second time we've been here. Last time it didn't go our way, so hopefully it goes our way this time.
So it's been a tough, fast-paced, aggressive first period. What are you hoping to see in the second period here?
Just a little bit more chipping and grinding, and we can get the ball down low and get some more shots.
So you guys have had a very challenging game. What has been the most challenging part so far?
Just the conditioning and constantly keep on running and just line changes and just everything, just being smart about it.
Well, I wish you all the best in the second period. Congratulations on making it this far, and thanks so much for taking the time to speak with me. Back up to you, Dom and Bill.
Thanks a lot, Brittany. The interview brought to you by Diamond Home Improvements. We appreciate their support, and thanks to Brittany for taking care of business on the floor for us. The Windsor Misfits, 15 minutes away from claiming a provincial title. Again, you look at their bench, well rested. Again, a far bigger number of bodies available there. And you look at the hardest puck team on the other side. if we can get a shot of the other team, that would be great. They're just dying. They're I'll tell you what, they don't have a lot of left in the tank. It's a very small bench, and I don't know if they're going to be able to hang on here, Bill. Again, they're going to have to play for the breaks, but you're down a goal now too, and as all coaches say, just leave it on the floor here, see where it takes you. But it's going to be a tough task for them, especially with the way the Misfits are playing. They're pretty focused. You can see they've come out with a great intensity and they're focused. So they know what's at stake here. Our next game, of course, will take place shortly after this one. It'll be the B final, and again, will feature another Windsor team. Windsor Rosati will take on the Brampton Hollywood Express. Yeah, in and around 6:30. Of course, there's going to be post-game presentation here with this game, but that'll be the B Championship coming up in and around 6:30 for you, and we'll have it for you live here on we-tv.ca. Second period action is set to go here for the D Championship. Rosati trying to put the final touches on an outstanding tournament here this weekend.
Back underway to start the second and final period. For the Misfits, they're hoping just 15 minutes of action, and that will do it. And they can win the championship here in the D division.
Well, I think, and again, I don't want to beat this to death, but
We call it belaboring the point.
well, okay. You call it what you want. I'm going to call it what I want. Beating it to death. But I can tell you, this hardest puck team, they've just got to, play with complete desperation right now, as far as I'm concerned. And you know what? Empty out the tank.
Of what they have left, that's for sure. Trying to boot it ahead was Mancini in the center floor area. That's LeBlanc. Mancini LeBlanc line has been a real good one, along with Butler. Now brought across the line. That's going to be, they got onside, I guess. Spilled on the play was 91. That was Major. Now it's center. Pushed ahead towards the corner. LeBlanc. Mancini. Kept in at the line by Lulick. Here's Mancini on the boards. Going rink wide. At the line, the blast. And he fired it high and wide. That one off the stick of 13. That was Dean Smith. Lulick couldn't get anywhere. Smith from outside the line couldn't get it in deep. There's a long lead pass, a breakaway to the goal, and a great stop there by Pollock as he came out and knocked Major off stride. DeRose with a long lead pass and a good one. Up across the line. Here's the blast and the save. That one off the stick of number 11. That was Troy Westfall. In the slot, the shot, just went wide. Backhanded to the goal. It's blocked and covered up by Chorney with no further play.
End-to-end action, but what a great play by Pollock, the Windsor Misfit goaltender. He made the judgment to get out, slide, and prevent the hardest puck player to get a loose ball, and created a turnover, actually. Right there we see the tail end of it, and Windsor came back with their own good scoring chance thanks to that play by Pollock.
DeRose has really played well on the Windsor defense with some good outlet feeds.
Yep.
So he's had a pretty nice game so far for the Misfits as it comes to center. Played by 13, Dean Smith, but on the move is 82. That was Burgess to the goal. Pollock got turned around. It's cleared down the floor. Flooring is waved off. We've played almost 2 minutes here in the second period. That does not help the Toronto team.
No, not at all. They were all calling for a flooring, and it just didn't happen.
Now across the line for Habla. Habla lifted it out of play. Now they'll get a stoppage with 12:55 left here in the second period.
And I'm just kind of watching some of the body language of the hardest puck team, and you could see it's a battle for them.
It's taking it certainly bit by bit, or even sometimes more than that, taking its toll. And you can sense it, feel it, and see
all
it.
these teams to get to this point, you've played a lot of ball hockey. You've done a lot of running this weekend.
Misfits control the play. It's 3-2 up the side zone with some speed across the line. There's a drop pass. Here comes the shot. Good stop there off the stick of Tom Williams. Back on the defense, here's Drake. Played through center. Up on the wing it goes. 61 is Westfall, looking rink wide. That failed to click, and is played by Burgess. A good pass at center for Habla. Habla up across the line by himself. Lets a shot go. Pollock the save. Played out through center. 61 Westfall up against the boards. Couldn't stop Woodison. It's across the line for Burgess to Woodison. Woodison shoots through a screen. Pollock the save. The rebound. And it's gobbled up there at the defense there by 17. That was Randy, but couldn't get it out. Now it's played by Drake off the boards. He can't get it out either. Kept in by Woodison. And ball bounds in the defensive area. Finally, Westfall gets it and clears it out and down the floor. Flooring is waved off. 11:48. Toronto team can't catch a break when it comes to a break.
They can't.
Slapped in by Habla, knocked down at the defense, and slowing things down is number 9, Lucier. Approaching the 4-minute mark in this second and final period in the D Division Final. Misfits come out, Lucier. On the move with a pass on the left wing, just too far for LeBlanc. Toronto brings it across the line. Here's Habla. Waiting for Mates to catch up and get into the play. Back to the point it comes. 55 is Weeby. Long shot. Pollock gets it up high. He's going to hold on. No further play.
The food sponsor for the 2017 Ball Hockey Championship is the Food Mill. We thank the Food Mill for supplying the off-ice crews with some outstanding food fare. Again, another great partner of this championship tournament.
False start in the face-off. They'll do it again. 11:07 to play here in this second period. The final period. Off the draw, Windsor wins. Lucier, long lead pass through center. Hustling after it, Mancini along with LeBlanc. LeBlanc being bothered there by Chirilo. Centering pass in front to the goal, covered up by Chorney. He's going to hold on. There's no further play.
And you can see right there, there's a perfect example of how hard it is for the hardest puck forwards to get back into the play. They're struggling. They're just exhausted, Bill. And every time there's a quick turnover like that, Windsor has the odd man rush every time. So.
Mark Nussio will take the draw. Lost it. Played by Jersey Low. There's a slot, a shot to the goal. Sails wide. That went off the stick of Copeland. Here's Copeland in the corner. Lost control of it. Out comes the hardest puck team at center. Now up across the line for 91. That was Major, but he was stopped in his tracks, and it's brought across the line now. Stop there. Now on the move is Kowalik with a shot to the goal, and Pollock to save. Backhand out to center. 55 is Weeby. Weeby brings it across the line up against Derbyshire. Derbyshire skates him or moves him off, and then Derbyshire is shoved from behind. I think there's going to be a penalty on the play. Probably roughing, no holding. Could have got roughing too.
Yeah. Looks like it's going to be.
Could be the first power play of the night for Team Windsor.
Yeah, it will be actually. And again, if they could find a way to put one in the back of the net here, Bill, that
another special team goal.
Well, that could just
draws a nail to a team's coffin.
Even with 10 minutes to go here.
Look in the replay, and a good
the
replay
holding,
it is.
yeah. Right there, he gets the grip
There's
around.
the extra.
Had to call it.
Mm-hmm. So 5-on-4, 2-minute power play for Team Windsor, and they come out 3-on-2. Here they come to center. Up across the line for
Actually,
Williams.
It's 5-on-5, Bill. Those were offsetting penalties.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Okay. We apologize. Didn't think the Windsor player was going to get it. So no power play. It's 5-on-5. No surprise at that, Dom. Maybe embellishment, who knows. Williams brings it across the line. Teams are at full and even strength at center. Nice play. Here comes a shot to the goal, and the rebound. That was stopped by Chorney with 9:33 to play here in the period. And with some speed is Major. 1-on-1 across the line with Burgess, looking for Burgess. Off a stick, Burgess gets it back at the circle. There's a shot to the goal, and Pollock got a piece, and then Burgess was knocked down by Lulick. Should say, yes, it was 91 Major who was knocked down by Lulick. Westfall steals it, falls on the plate, shot to the pass and goal. Oh, what a great stop there. Hit something in front, didn't get enough on it. There's a shot to the goal there and a good stop by Chorney. They try to wrap it from behind, and Chorney's going to hold on with no further play. That was Butler who had a glorious chance, too.
Oh, he sure did. He had a chance to put his team up 2-0. Just didn't get the shot off. Again, Chorney, I'll tell you what, this guy, he is working his butt off, and he's keeping this hardest puck team in the game.
Mike Chorney has been busy.
He's been very solid.
8:59 left in the final period. 1-0 is our score in favor of the Misfits. This is a good time. This is a good time delay.
All of our replays brought to you by QP82, the presenting partner of the OBHF Ball Hockey Championships. Yeah, well, a smart move on Chorney's part.
That's a veteran play for the team to get an unofficial
take
timeout.
It for the team, right?
Oh, yeah. Still playing 5-on-5 with the players in the penalty box. Just under 9 minutes to play. Shot went wide of the goal. That was close. LeBlanc went crashing in. That went off the stick of Mancini. The other player is 23, Butler. Been Windsor's best line tonight. Lucier on the fence along with Ranny. Lucier with the shot. It's in the slot. Now it comes loose. Burgess for Czerny. Stopped on the play by Ranny. Sends it inside the zone. 8:40 left. 24 is Woodison. Backs it up to Petichny. Now at center. Czerny with a shot stopped by Pollock. Lifted it through center and on the defense. Petichny up on the wing it goes. Looks like Windsor was playing a bit of a trap. Going after it is LeBlanc. It's inside the zone to the corner. Habla. Here's Habla, Marco Habla, and it's free and 3-2 the other way, 2-on-2. Coming through center, it's up across the line. Whistle on the play, it looks like it's offside, I believe.
Yeah, I believe you're right with that call, Bill. Time, even though there's 8 minutes here, time is a factor now for the hardest puck team because, again, they haven't been able to sustain any type of offense. Their bench is very short, as we've made very clear here, and the Misfits just seem to be able to still work at the same pace, maybe even a little bit stronger right now, Bill.
8 minutes left in the second period. Here's Woodison, moving slowly. Goes rink wide for Wiebe. Wiebe up across the line. DeRose is in the corner with them. Wiebe around DeRose, still plays it on a backhand. Pollock to save. Now we get a whistle on the play as 13:55 do some shoving.
Windsor's just got to stay away from this stuff. They don't need it. They've got control of this game. They just have to be smart, stay consistent, and they'll be fine.
Leading in is Habla.
Pollock's been good when called upon. Not nearly as busy as Chorney, but he's been solid.
Oh, absolutely. DeRose on the Windsor defense. Played up on the wing. 22 Nucio stopped at center. Keeps on going. Stopped again. Stopped at the line. That's Habla. Played out to center. Copeland will flip it in. Snared by Chorney. 7:15 to play here in the second period. Back to regroup for Toronto. On the wing is Habla here on the left side. Passing at center. Churillo checked on the play. Now it's across the line for Lulick. Played by Butler. Looking for Lulick. Lulick going after it towards the corner. To the line and out. Kept inside the zone, but a giveaway. Now on the move is Burgess. Drops it back. Shot there to the goal. Wide plug. The rebound. They score and tie it. Burgess off the shot from Major, and we're tied at 1.
That is huge, obviously, and Burgess played it perfectly off the wall. He got the perfect bounce, and you know, the Misfits were standing around. Burgess starts to play. It's a drop pass, but he keeps going to the net. And the Windsor defenseman doesn't pick him up properly. He lets him get in behind him, and Burgess had the free lane to the net and the first crack at the ball, and he makes the Windsor team pay for it.
So we're tied at ones with 6:42 to play here in the
Huge.
final period.
Huge goal.
It
That's
all
the break
started
they
on the
needed.
giveaway. In neutral ice, not neutral floor, it all started on the giveaway. Now up against the boards, that's center. Here's LeBlanc across the line, that goes out of play. And there is 6:28 remaining here in this final period. And like the first game that we telecast, an hour ago or so, if this game is tied after this period, it goes to overtime.
I fully
minutes
expect to see the Misfits turn it up a notch here, Bill.
Well, they've got 6 minutes to really turn up a notch, and here they are. Lead pass at center. Up across the line, Westfall for LeBlanc. LeBlanc with a shot wide. Westfall goes after the loose ball. Played behind the goal for LeBlanc. LeBlanc still controls it. Now coming out of the corner. Back to the line it comes to Lucier, back to LeBlanc. LeBlanc moving in, there's a shot, it was deflecting wide. Played back now to the point to DeRose. DeRose with a shot, it's right on. Chorney to save LeBlanc. Shot by Westfall, great stop there by Chorney, and he's going to hold on.
Great job there by Chorney again, and took a swipe at Tommy Williams, number 8, after the play here. But the ball comes to the point. Look at Chorney getting out, concentrating, has a really nice look at it. Then another quick shot, and Chorney equal to the test right there.
5:50 left to here in the second and final period. 1-1 is our score. Nussio in the draw. Back in it to the goal. It's blocked by Chorney. He's going to hold on, and they'll do it again. And the face-off to the left of goaltender Chorney. Nussio on with Copeland and Westfall. Not Westfall, that's, Westfall is 11. 61 was Winter, actually, who had made the play on the previous, for the previous whistle. Lucier from center, the flex over top of the goal. And let's see, are they going to keep it inside? Yeah, they will.
Saying it went off one of the
face-off will be
hardest
down
puck
to the right.
players there.
Nussio against Burgess. Actually, Habla. Toronto team wins the face-off. Comes here to the near side at the line. Here's DeRose. Gave the ball away. Long lead pass with speed as West Major coming to the goal. Pollock the save and a good one. Gobbled up there by Lucier with a long lead pass at center. It's cut off there by Wiebe. Wiebe brings it across the line. Back to Major. Now looking at center. There's a long shot. Deflecting along the near side and near the boards for Wiebe. Wiebe against DeRose. Wiebe around DeRose. Centering pass in front. Comes back towards the line. And now we got to break down the wing. 22 is Nussio, but he's by himself. Nussio is stopped there effectively by Major. Major, it's up in the air. It hits the speakers. No further play with 4:52 left here in the second final period.
I got to give a lot of credit to the hardest puck team. They just created a couple of good scoring chances for themselves, and you know
They're
what?
hanging in there, Don.
They are hanging in there. They're leaving it on the floor, Bill, for sure. Again, thank you to Mike Horor, residential sales consultant, DJK Automotive, Chuck Roy Realty, and Atus Craft Woodwork for their sponsorship of the Ball Hockey Championships.
Here's Derbyshire. Derbyshire for Team Windsor. Whistle on the play is .4:33 to play. Pollock had covered up. Windsor wins the draw. On the defense, it's Smith. Lead pass at center was cut off. Now it's across the line. A shot to the goal. Pollock was turned around, but gobbled up there by 23 Butler. At center is Lulick. Lulick for Butler. Butler with speed. Good checking play there. Still has the ball. Here's Butler. Butler back to the line. A blast to the goal. Good stop there by Chorney. Played by Butler. Another shot towards the goals wide with 3:59 to play in the period. On the far side is 19 Gignac. At center. Long shot sails wide. It's up in the air. Jump ball. Lulick got it. It's knocked down. 19. was Gignac. Here's Lulick with a shot towards the goal. It was blocked there by Chorney. Goaltender is bowled over, and we get a whistle on the play. That was Gignac who knocked the goalie down.
Well, Chorney got out of his crease, and I'm wondering if he even maybe tripped over his own player. You see his player is down on the floor right now. He's looking at him. But there was a lot of action behind that net. Let's see if we can get a look at it here. Ball goes behind, and the player falls, and then right there, yeah, Chorney definitely tripped on his own player. And he alertly covered the ball up, but just the same, boy, this is something you don't want to see ever. But they're already short players as it is, and now we have an injured hardest puck player. Number 2.
That's Petichny, and he can't put any support. Looks like a leg injury there now. And it looks like he's already playing with a leg injury.
So that bench just got shorter, Bill.
Mm-hmm. And he usually plays defense. .337 left, regulation time. We are tied at 1s here in the D Division final, and he's in quite a bit of pain down below. Face-off will come to the right of the goaltender, Charney, who has been busy throughout parts of the evening. And we're getting set to get this game back underway. Off the draw, 61 is Winter. At the line, long shot to the goal was blocked in front. Kept in at the line. Here comes a shot. Ooh, sails high and wide. That went off the stick of Tommy Williams. Williams in the slot. Gets it back again. Lost it. Tzerski at center. There's a long shot to the goal wide. A shot by LeBlanc. Blocked there nicely by the tender Chorney with 3:10 to play here in the period. Cleared out and down the floor. It's going to be a flooring charge with 3:06 left here in this second period. Regulation time.
I have to almost wonder if the hardest puck team is willing to go let this get into overtime and then even play for a shootout, because obviously a shootout puts them on even keel. But there's still a lot of time for that.
Absolutely.
So you're looking at a 10-minute
Worry about
overtime.
that. It's almost a full period to wait before that happens. Now we got a timeout called by the Toronto team with 3:06 left in regulation time.
Again, I want to give a big thank you to, some of the sponsors for sure. Local 444, Unifor, Dino Kyoto and Dave Cassidy. Halu's Sports Cards and Collectibles. Rasco Chrysler and Cadet Hockey Academy for their sponsorship of the OBHF 2017 Hockey Championships. Also want to give a shout out to Brian Anthony, of course, who has overseen this tournament. And Brian approached me almost a year ago, Bill, and he was all excited about this tournament. He was just in the negotiation part of it, and he asked if WeTV would be interested. And I said, if you get the tournament here, we certainly would like to do something to help you with it. And he made it happen, and I'll tell you what, he is, through the last several months, has been in constant communication with us, working to get the sponsors, make sure that they're presented properly, just all of the organization, everything he's done. And so I want to really commend Brian for his hard work, and certainly for asking us to get involved. It's our pleasure and honor to be here, that's for sure.
Cleared out the center. Lucier for Nucio. There's a long shot off a leg. It's batted out and down the floor. Toronto team called for flooring with 2:49 left in regulation. In overtime, a definite possibility.
Well, you have to believe that the hardest puck team is just hoping to get to the overtime at this point. They are The body language is saying we are tired.
Now they have possession. Stopped there nicely. At the line, here comes the blast. Deflected over top of the goal off of Nucio. And it comes out to the line and beyond. Now it's 2-on-2 across the line. Lead pass cut off nicely there by Lucier. Stolen by Burgess. Burgess with a shot off a leg wide. DeRose will play it for Team Windsor. Long lead pass at center. 2:15 to play in the period. There's a long shot. Save there. Nucio goes after it. Nucio in the corner. Looking for a man in front. That went off a leg, and it was blocked there by 24, Woodison. Woodison will slow things down with 2 minutes to play in the period. Around the boards it comes here for Burgess, along with Habla. Up across the line. This is Burgess. Burgess now controls. Burgess with a shot off a leg. That was blocked by 9. That was Lucier. Lucier has it. Up over the line. Lucier. Butler on the floor. So is Winter. So is Lulick. It's in back of the goal. Winning at the point. Now Butler. There's a shot in front. Blocked by Chorney. He's going to hold on with no further play. 1:19 left in regulation time. Tough to pick the 3 stars in this one.
You know what? There's one star that's definite in this game, and that's that man right there on our screen. He will definitely be one of the stars. I'll tell you what, if Hard as Puck can win this thing, he is the first star. Even though he's not going to score the goal, he won this game for them.
Kept in, side the zone, poked back to the line. There's a shot blocked at the defense, and it's brought forward. Major for Habla, back to Major. He's dangerous. Lets the shot go. Pollock to save. Habla gets the rebound. Got it to Major. Major blocked at the defense nicely. Played by Butler. Lead pass 2-on-2 across the line. And galloping in with some speed is 13. Took his man to the boards. Now in back of the goal. Centering pass in front. Just failed to click. That was on the nice play there by Dean Smith. And out comes the Toronto team with 40 seconds to play. Back at the defense, 15. That's Drake for LeBlanc. LeBlanc will hustle after it with Woodison. Woodison and LeBlanc still fight for it along the wall. 25 seconds to play here in regulation time. It's stolen there by a shot to the goal. The rebound in front for Winter was stopped there by Chorney. 17 seconds to play in regulation time. Whistle on the play is going to be Flooring with 10.5 seconds to play here in this one.
I'll tell you one player that's really stood out to me is number 14, Mark LeBlanc. His hustle, his speed has been really a factor.
He's been a threat.
He's been a threat all game. I've been really impressed with him so far tonight. And again, there's a guy I think that needs consideration as well for a star. He was in on the goal, of course, and again, his speed, he makes very good usage of his speed.
Windsor already took their timeout, so both teams have used their timeout. 10.5 seconds left. Face up inside the zone. Weeby lost it. It's kept inside the zone. Played by Habla. Habla off the boards. 3 seconds left, and folks, this game is going to overtime. With 1-1 our score.
Yes, indeed. Overtime it is. It was 1-0 after the first period for the Misfits, and Hard as Puck comes back and gets a goal midway through the second period, and that's where we stand for the D Championship. 1-1 after 30 minutes of play. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get into the overtime session. This is the 2017 OBHF Ball Hockey Championships on we-tv.ca.
So what do we do now?
I know who can help. Look, there he is.
It's all in a day's work. Come and see me, Leo.
guys know where I can find a goalie?
Manpower. That's our specialty. We use it to build infrastructure, like the $1 billion Parkway. That's real manpower in action. End to end, over 1,000 strong, forming bridges, carving out tunnels, shaping roadways. Our manpower is in demand. Well trained, highly skilled, tough as nails. We've got what it takes to build your career. A solid career for building a better future. LiUNA. Feel the power.
Welcome back to the Forest Glade Arena, the site of the 2017 OBHF Ball Hockey Championships here on WeTV. Dominic Pop along with Bill Kelso, Brittany Webster, our reporter, and the hard-working crew here at WeTV. We're going to overtime, the D Division final. The Windsor Misfits in the green and white taking on the hardest puck team in the yellow and black. 1-1 is the score after regulation time.
And this is a 15-minute overtime period, isn't
Well,
it?
it's 15 minutes.
In the
but
finals.
Again, it's sudden death.
So if it's tied after 15 minutes, we get a shootout.
I don't see this going to full 15, though.
Windsor brings it across the line. That was Williams going after it as LeBlanc with speed against Wiebe. However, it's brought forward by Trzernski. Trzernski brings it up across the line. It was deflected out of play off the stick of 15, Mike Drake. Face off a neutral floor with 14:42 left in the overtime session. 1-1 is our score. Face off just outside the zone. Winter on with Butler and Mancini. Dean Smith and Lucier. Far side it goes. Played inside the Windsor zone. Here's Smith. Looking for Lucier, but it's stolen there by 82. He's dangerous. Shot towards the goal. Pollock to save the rebound. That was Trzernski. 82 was Burgess. Now it's played there by Team Windsor, and with some nice moves as Winter gets it ahead on the wing. 23 Butler drops it back for Lucier. Excuse me, nearing the 1 minute mark in overtime. Moving slowly and deliberately is Smith. Played up the middle off a leg of Winter. Chorney lets it go to the corner. Played by Chizilo on the boards. Wiebe knocked his man down. Now through center, up across the line for Burgess. Stopped nicely on the play. And Team Windsor has it 3-on-3 the other way. A long lead pass. Too hard for Nucio rather. At center, Nucio tipped it in, stopped by Chorney, left it for Woodison. Woodison, down the boards comes number 11, but that was a nice move there by Wiebe. Wiebe at center, Burgess there as well. Offside, Nucio too late coming out. 13-12 remains in the overtime session.
Well, one shot will decide this one.
Fades off outside the zone. Nucio against Habla. That goes into the Windsor bench. They'll do it all over again. This time literally actually to be in the circle just outside the Toronto zone. Misfits. Nucio, who is on with Williams, actually Copeland, and Westfall. Smith off the boards, up across, that was Drake actually across the line. Going after it is Westfall in the corner. Almost got away from his numerical counterpart, Churlilo, but couldn't get going. Now it's inside the zone. Westfall with the ball, back to the line it comes to DeRose. Here comes the shot, sails high and wide of the goal. Copeland couldn't get it, now with speed is Major. He's got great speed to the goal, he shoots, great save there by Pollock on the speedy Major. Major trying to get it back, took a slash, there was number 4. That was Kowalczyk. Played up ahead. Played inside the Windsor zone, and going after it is Drake. Drake on the wing for DeRose. Couldn't get it out. Shot to the goal, just wide of Pollock, and on the loose ball is Williams. Williams off the boards through center. It's cut off by Woodison. Inside the Windsor zone it goes. Played around the far side and out through center and back inside the Toronto zone. Played ahead to 84, or make that 94, Habla. Knocked down by Lucier. Lucier up on the wing. Kulik. Flipped inside the zone. Weeby chopped it. Kulik keeps it in. Centering pass in front. Nice stop there by Troy. A pass in front again for LeBlanc. Just failed to click at center. Long shot by Lucier. Bounds high and wide. Hit a body in front. On the loose ball is number 8. That's Williams. In the corner it goes to Lulik. Centering pass in front for LeBlanc. Just failed to click at the line. A shot to goal, and it was deflected in front. Comes back to center floor, and it's sent back in just wide off the stick of 17, Ranny. 11 minutes left in the overtime period. It's lobbed out through center, knocked down by Lucier. Slapped in by Williams, but it hit a leg and comes back out. Backing up is Ranny. Dumped in by Lulik. Or I should say Gignac. Loved by goaltender Pollock. No further play. 10:42 left in the overtime session.
Wow. I tell you what a great burst of speed by Wes Major, 91, on the hardest puck team. Just moments ago, he turned on the Jets, and he created a breakaway for himself. And I think that shot just went off to the side of the net, the post there. But that would have been an amazing goal and an amazing victory for this team.
Toronto coming to center. This is Burgess looking rink wide for Tzernski. Stopped by Pollock. Pollock under pressure around the boards. It comes out. 16 is Mancini. Here on the near side, knocked down, having trouble controlling it. Now Westfall, or I should say Winter, couldn't get it. Cross the line. Here comes the blast by Burgess. It goes wide. Gobbled up there by DeRose. Carlo DeRose, long lead pass through center. Inside the zone, it goes on the hustle is 23, Butler against Major. Shot towards the goal, off a stick wide. 11 is Tzernski. Here's 23. Major, a centering pass in front. And now Team Toronto comes out 2-on-3. Lifted inside the Windsor zone. On the hustle is Kowalczyk. Kowalczyk, a centering pass in front. Cleared away, but he gets it back again. A shot by Burgess goes wide. And on the loose disc on the far side is number 11 for Team Windsor. That's Westfall. Westfall shooting and blocked by Chorney. 9:22 to play here in overtime. Cross the line for Kowalczyk. Couldn't get anywhere. Kowalczyk blocked at the defense. It's played off the boards through center, and it's played by Woodison. Woodison for Chicharilo. Falling on the play is number 7 for Team Windsor. That was Copeland, up slowly. He's going to go off. Knocked down by Pollock. Jeff Pollock will lob it through center. That hits Lesio. Offside.
Mark Nucio, number 22 of the Misfits, hoping for the quick break there. I'm really impressed with the way Pollock plays the ball and gets out of his net to stop him from coming around the boards. And there he played it, and he saw Nucio alone for a moment up there and tried to get a quick hurry-up pass to him, but didn't click, unfortunately.
8:41 left in overtime. We are tied at 1. LeBlanc will take the draw for Windsor against Habla. Played inside the Windsor zone. Got a whistle on the play. It's going to be flooring. Well, you look at that bench there for...
Oh, they're dead. You look at that that puck team, they are just struggling. They are spent.
8.5 or so to go here in the overtime session. This overtime period can't end soon enough for Team Toronto. Kept inside the zone. Back of the goal it goes. LeBlanc has it in the corner. There's LeBlanc in the slot. The shot to the goal just goes wide. Down the boards comes 13. Now at the line, kept in by Williams. Williams has it in the corner. One had it in front. Lulick with a shot. Nice stop. LeBlanc couldn't get the loose ball. Racing through center. Up across the line is Major. Major with a shot off the glove of Pollock. It bounds in front of the goal, but it's cleared nicely there on the defense. That was Derbyshire. There's another shot sailing wide, and boy, that was adventurous.
Oh my.
Lulick at center. Flipped it into the goal, blocked by goaltender Chorney. Gonna hold on, no further play with 7:49 to play in the overtime session.
Both goaltenders deciding to have the fumbles here late in the overtime.
That was adventuresome, that's for sure.
It sure was. Mike Chorney right there, you see him. He has played one heck of a game here. We don't get the shot count, but I'm guessing he's got to at least have 40 out there, 40 or so.
Yeah, it's been something. Lifted to center, knocked down by Lucier. Here comes the shot. Blocked by Major. Played in front to the goal and fired wide there by 16 Mancini. Now in the slot again and not keeping it is DeRose. It goes down the floor and scampering back after it is Lucier. Under 7.5 to go in the overtime period. Lifted through center. They're going to call this flooring.
Pass is not clicking for the Misfits.
7:22 left in the overtime period to face off in deep inside the Misfits territory. There's a look at the Toronto bench.
That tells the story right there.
Oh, yeah.
They are spent. All three of their players are on the bench looking the same, basically.
Face off in deep. Havla comes back to the line. Now here on the wing, here's Trzynski with a shot wide to the far side. Lucier to an open wing. Mancini going after it with Wiebe. Wiebe brings it across the line against DeRose. Checked on the plate. Out comes Windsor. Mancini over the line along with Westfall. Make that Winter. Winter checked by Wiebe, and Wiebe has it now up across the line. DeRose plays it back for Winter. Winter. Two for DeRose. Long lead pass at center, and giving it away was 19 Gignac. Over the line for Trzynski. Here's the long shot. Scores! Trzynski scores just inside the blue line, and Team Toronto wins it 2-1 in overtime.
Wow. That's huge upset, Bill, as far as I'm concerned.
.8:30 of the overtime period.
And the celebration begins. My, oh my. There's a look at it. I don't know if Pollock was screened or he just didn't seem to react, Bill.
I think the shot may have surprised him. It appears that it did, but nevertheless, Trzynski gets the winning goal. Actually, it's Terlinski. I'll apologize on the pronunciation. It was a late add-on in terms of the lineup, but Cameron Terlinski gets the winning goal in overtime at the 8:30 mark. And the winners of the D finals, hardest puck from Toronto.
You can see a very dejected.
That says it all.
Yeah, Mike Chorney. If we can get a shot of the goaltender, the hardest puck goaltender, Chorney, being helped up. He's already taken the jersey off and everything. But boy, give this team credit. That was a gutsy performance, and that guy right there, Chorney, I'll tell you what, he was the guy. He won this championship, Bill. You look at a very dejected Windsor Misfits team, rightfully so. They threw a lot at Chorney. He was equal. And I don't know if they sustained it enough, though. They didn't wear them down, Bill, enough. And boy, oh boy, that's a tough loss to swallow. But you know what? A good effort for Windsor. They will claim a silver medal, a second place finish. Nothing to be ashamed of there. We're going to get the trophy. Get the trophy presentation here in just a moment. Greg Butler gets the player of the game for the Misfits. And I don't think there's any question who's the player of the game. Oh, I don't like that call at all. He scored the winning goal, but there is no question about who the player of the game is. He got robbed. Let's take a look at our 3 stars, who we've chosen for our 3 stars of the game. And we saw it this way. We'll take a look at it quickly. Mike Chorney, the goaltender, no question about it. Wes Major, I thought was a very good player. And Mark LeBlanc for the Misfits, number 14, I thought was a hard-working player. So those are our 3 stars selection. There you go. Mark LeBlanc gets most valuable forward. That's a good choice. And Wes Major, number 91, gets most valuable forward, and I think that's a great choice as well. Most valuable defenseman, Russell Lucier. And the most valuable goaltender, who should have been most valuable player as far as I'm concerned. Nathan Burgess gets the tournament MVP. Now, hopefully, I think we'll get the presentation of the championship trophy.
Let's congratulate OPHS, the provincial silver medalist, Windsor Misfits.
Well, I guess we're not going to get that. Let's see if we can get some post-game comments. I'd like to get to one of the hardest puck players to get their thoughts about winning this thing. quickly, and we're going to sign off shortly after that. But Brittany is again trying to locate somebody. And in a moment, we'll go down to the floor to Brittany Webster. As the Misfits get their medals. Let's go down to the floor. Brittany Webster does have a player with her. Brittany.
It's been unreal. We were the underdogs the whole tournament. We were short guys, but we came out to play, and we have a great group of guys, so couldn't ask for anything more.
You guys definitely had fewer players than the other team. Was that a struggle at all?
Oh, yeah, it was a struggle. I didn't even think we were going to have any legs for this last game because we had already 2 earlier this morning, so we just got lucky, I guess. I don't know.
And what are your celebration plans now?
Long drive home. We have a 4-hour drive, and I got work tomorrow at 6:30 in the morning, so.
So not much of a celebration, but congratulations and welcome to Windsor. We are so glad that you guys came today, and thank you so much for being here. Big congratulations to our Toronto team. Back to you, Dom and Bill.
Thanks a lot, Brittany, and congratulations to Hardest Puck. Yeah, they'll go home happy anyways. The drive will be not too bad. So Hardest Puck takes the D championship. That's going to do it for us. We're going to take a timeout. And we'll come back in about 15 minutes or so. We'll have the B final for you. This has been the OBHF Ball Hockey Championships on we-tv.ca.